Hi there, hi gals, hi guys, how's everything going? You alright? There's a good London phrase for you. You alright? That means, how are you? So, in the last lesson we looked at describing a bar chart and a line graph. Today we're going to go and move on and describe a bar chart and a pie chart. So, the staging of the lesson is very similar to the last lesson. First of all, we'll look at reading and understanding the question, looking at understanding and interpreting the graphs. Then we're going to look at some language that we can use to paraphrase the information in the graphs and in the questions. So trying to change the way we express the information given, okay, using different words. And for that reason I've also added some useful vocabulary which will help us make our sentences clearer. Then we will describe the proportions, okay? You will see in these charts you're going to look at percentages and proportions of a total. So we use proportions, percentages or even fractions. Then, like in the last lesson, we did paragraphing and looking at the introduction and the main paragraphs. So, what about reading and understanding the question? So, what have we got? This question states the bar chart shows the reasons why adults chose to take up education courses. So, for example, why did you choose to take the IELTS course? Why are you studying for IELTS? Or why are you taking any of the courses that you're following on ukgate.com? Is it because you want to go to university in an English-speaking country? Do you need IELTS for an for your employer? Do you need are you studying IELTS because you are interested in it and you want to improve your general English? The second sentence says the bar chart shows how adults believe the costs of their courses should be shared. So, should one person pay for everything, or should other people, other places, other sources of funding contribute to the costs of the courses that adults study? What do you think about that? Now, looking at the graphs in more detail, here we've got the bar chart which expresses the reasons. So, how many people chose what reasons, okay? And it's quite a straightforward graph, only this time you can see the graph is kind of moved to the side, okay? And so in that case we've got the x-axis, not at the bottom, but on the left-hand side. And the x-axis gives us the reasons, and the individual reasons are expressed in the key, or the legend. So in green, you've got for current job. In purple, you've got interest in the subject. In yellow, or orange, light yellow, whatever you want to call it, it's to gain qualifications. And then in this strange sort of reddish-brown colour, you've got because people enjoy studying or learning. In blue, they want to change their jobs. And finally, in this strange greenish colour, they want to meet people. And the proportions of the people who answered which parts, which of these options are shown below. And you'll notice after each bar on the graph or the chart, you have the numbers, the actual accurate numbers of the proportions. Now, don't be worried about this. I mean, there's 44, 40, 38, etc., which add up to more than 100. Okay, but don't worry about this, because in the survey, the respondents, the people who answered the questions, were obviously able to choose more than one answer, more than one reason for studying, okay? And most people have more than one reason, so that's logical. Then we've got the pie chart, and it's about how the total course fees should be divided up, okay? So you've got different slices. In this case, you've got 3 different slices, okay? And these slices, the information in these slices are expressed in the key, or legend again. So in green, you've got the taxpayer, so people who work and pay their taxes to the government, and then the government uses that money to pay for adult education. In purple, you've got the employer, so it's who you work for. So one thing I would mention now about the employer is we're not actually talking about your boss. We're not talking about an individual person, but we're talking about who you work for. So it will be the company or the business that you work for, or that the adults in this survey work for. So boss is not a good word to use for when we're describing this, okay? Company, remember. And then finally we've got the individual themselves, so the student themselves.